Hey, what's up everyone, the Streaming Enderman here, back again with another video. And in today's video, well, believe it or not, I'm actually filming outside. And today, I'm going to be taking a look at a very nice little knife. And surprisingly, it's not this. This is the Case Swayback, one of my most carried knives. Still very impressed by the craftsmanship that was put into this knife. But we're taking a look at something similar. Something out of Sheffield, England. Now, Sheffield is known for probably two things above all others. One would be their blades, and two would be Henderson's relish, both of which deserve the fame. But today, I'll be taking a look at a very interesting little knife from Arthur Wright & Son, and it's this. This is an Ettrick knife. It's a swayback Wharncliffe, just like the case right here. But in many cases, it's better. Oh, in many cases, why did I do that? It came from the famous Sheffield shop. It came with a few little bits of paper. They have very good customer service with constant correspondence. I believe I spoke with Jordan, and Jordan is, as I said, very good, very lovely customer service. Constantly replying to emails I've sent. Just overall, wonderful customer support. But anyway, comes with this little piece of paper. Got a little dust around here. And it's just something that says, your knife has been handmade by A. Wright & Son Limited, Sheffield's premier pocket knife manufacturer. Sheffield has been famous for premium cutlery for 700 years. And then it goes on to explain how to take care of a carbon steel blade, which is indeed what this knife is made of. It's C70 carbon steel. So let's just put this away and take a look at the knife, which I'm very excited to see. So, this is the Ettrick. It's a nice swayback, and I've got to say, the construction that they put into this is beautiful. Brass liners with no gapping whatsoever. Nickel silver bolsters, and very flush brass pins. And now this one is in the Ebony variant. And the thing I love about this is they're totally different. Either side couldn't be more different. Look at this. A dark brown with some light here and there. It's just a very nice dark wood, right? Flip it over, and you get just this absolutely gorgeous all black ebony wood. It's just, you're getting, essentially, I mean, look, you can see the difference in color on either side, which is something I love about natural handle materials. You're never getting two of the same. And you can see blade centering is actually almost perfect. And the back spring actually goes all the way up to here, which kind of prevents a bit more lint from getting in. And yeah, the pull strength on this is pretty substantial. It requires something to open, but, you know, it opens with a nice little click. And it says, A. Wright & Son Limited, Sheffield, England. Very nice printing there. It's very clear. There we go. And here is the blade. Now this is a Wharncliffe, which for those who have frequented my channel, they know I am a big fan of Wharncliffe blades. So this knife really did appeal to me. It was about 32 pounds, which is surprisingly inexpensive for a nice knife like this. And here it is side by side with the Case Swayback. And actually, this is something that's quite interesting. The cutting edge, believe it or not, is actually near identical. Even though this one is quite a bit longer. Just zoom out a little bit so you can see. The Case Swayback is quite a bit shorter than the Ettrick, but it somehow has the same blade length, which is quite nice. And then, of course, the inside of the knife, you know, just got that basic back spring you can see in there. No blade play at all on this, and the transition from the spring to the blade is top-notch. All in all, just a really nice knife. C70 carbon steel on this one, which is pretty good from what I've heard. Like I said, the wood, it's available in quite a few handle options. There's stag, rosewood, ebony. I went with the ebony. It was about 4 pounds more than the rosewood, which is the cheapest option. But I decided to go with this one anyway. It's a little history lesson behind this knife. This was apparently invented by the Earl of Wharncliffe in the mid-1800s, and with the help of his gamekeeper, actually. And it was invented as a small gutting blade. Very small, by the way. But now it's become a very famous whittling knife and wood carver. As you can see, it makes a nice 4-finger grip for that classic whittling stroke. It's all in all just a really nice knife. The only thing I could say that would make it better, out of all the things that it's got going good for it, the only thing that could make this knife better is if it was stainless steel, a high carbon stainless. Because I personally prefer stainless over carbon. That's just me. I don't like really low carbon content. I like a high carbon stainless, but I still like the idea of a rust-free knife. But, you know, I'll just take better care of it, and it should last for a very, very long time. And also, the blade thickness on this is actually quite nice. Here it is side by side with the case sway back. So, this is my first glimpse into the world of Sheffield cutlery. Technically, it's not my first Sheffield knife. I have some slightly older Richards Sheffield knives, which are apparently quite common from a comment I received. And, you know, you can find them everywhere, actually, in antique stores. But really, they're not what I'd consider to be true classic patterns, because they have modern materials using plastic handles, and the patterns aren't very old. So this is technically my first classic Sheffield knife, and I think that it's beautiful. I really like this knife. Like I said, if it was stainless, I could very well see this becoming my most commonly carried knife, and this knife was able to get that award, I suppose you could say, being a very commonly carried knife for me. But I think I almost favor the Ettrick over the swayback, because the handle is much more sleek and ergonomic in the hand. So, you know, I'll actually just collapse them for you. The walk and talk on this knife is also really good, with a nice strong back spring. Just kind of zoom out a bit more. There we go. That's better. And now you can see this one is a bear cap, while this one does have a secondary back bolster. And you can see this one is much more of a sway as opposed to this one, which is a less substantial curve. But the blades are very similar. They're both Wharncliffes. Excuse the background noise, by the way. I am filming this outside, so it's going to be a bit more noisy. But you can see satin finish on this one also, as opposed to just mirror finish. I always prefer satin finish, less fingerprints. So yeah, this is my very first brand new Sheffield knife. These are made to order. It took quite a while to arrive, 3 to 4 weeks to be made. And then they had to reject a batch of blades due to quality control over at Wright. So it took even longer. I was ordered in the 5th of May, and I only received these on Friday, so today's Sunday, so 2 days ago. And yeah, I'm very impressed. I really like this knife, and I'm very excited to show you the second Sheffield knife that I will be reviewing just after this one. And this one's even more traditional, and will probably be even more recognizable. This is the Sheffield Lamb's Foot. So stay tuned for this one. That video will be coming very soon. So anyway, yeah, this is the Sheffield Arthur Wright & Son Ettrick knife. Very, very nice. I could see myself using it. It's my style of knife. I love the ebony wood. I love the contrast that you get on either side of the knife. And even though I'm not a carbon steel lover as much as some people, I can still see the benefit of having a nice high carbon blade. So anyway, yeah, it's just put together really well. Everything is top notch. I would highly recommend. And like I said, go to the famous Sheffield shop. They really deserve some attention. They have amazing customer service. And just the correspondence is top notch. I've never seen an online retailer put this much effort into their customer support. It's just incredible. So check them out if you'd like to buy this or any similar knives. I believe they actually did take the Arthur Wright knives off their website just so they could start making them a bit more and amass a stock so they're no longer made to order. Because currently they do make them slowly, so you do have to pre-order one of these. But they're planning on getting them in so that you can just buy them on a whim and they'll ship them the next day. And they do ship internationally. It takes about 5 to 7 days on a normal time, but, you know, with mail being slowed down, it takes a while. But anyway, yeah. So, this has been the Arthur Wright & Son Ettrick knife in ebony. And this is the Streaming Enderman, as always, signing off. Goodbye.